Welcome back, esteemed viewers, to the MVP podcast. We're here with a very special episode. One of my good friends, Naveed Moosa, joining us all the way from Leicester. Let's give it up for him. Obviously, shout out to all the boys that make this kind of stuff happen. Naeem, Sosa, B-Man, Weezy, Tariq, we all love you. And let's get right into it, Nav. So, Nav, tell us a little bit about yourself, mate.
Well, first of all, name's Naveed. Born in London, but reside in Leicester. 24 years old. Still an amateur boxer, hoping to turn pro soon. Trained everywhere, man. Been down to Sheffield, trained with the Ingle lads. Yeah. Been to America last year. Just went to America, man. Doing a 3-month camp right there. Shredded a lot of weight, man, because of the heat. It was like 35 degrees, man. I was working out there as well. I was doing a bit of sports coaching out there. So I'd work as a normal guy in the call center. Got my side job as a personal trainer, and then just seen an opportunity out there doing sports coaching with young children. You know what I mean? Just like hyperactive kids, keeping them active. So yeah, I seen an opportunity to train at the boxing gyms. Trained in Philadelphia, trained in New Jersey, and it was good, man. Got some good sparring in, and they all love me out there.
I heard the females are quite fire there. Can you shed any light on that for us?
Nah, man, I keep it humble, man. I'm not about that women life.
Good. Women weaken legs, yeah?
Yeah. That's what Rocky's coach said. Live by that rule.
So tell us, obviously, what brought you into boxing? What got you into boxing? Why did a kid like you decide, I'm going to go into a boxing gym and I'm going to chase this as a career?
You know what? When I was, how old was I? 10 years old. I think my mum or someone bought me a punch bag. So then I sort of got into it. I got tired after 20 minutes. I was a chubby kid, and then left that to. I started playing football. Then moved to Leicester, and then actually I was a big fan of like good boxers when I was younger, like living in primary school days, like Prince Nassim Hamed. Also, Amir Khan, when he was in the Olympics, that was a big push because he was the only.
Who you're very close to, let's be honest.
Man, good friend of mine. So also during the Olympic days, because he was the only Asian guy to like smash it, winning a silver medal. Obviously, that motivated me. I was thinking, right, I want to achieve something like this. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Other fight like Muhammad Ali is a big inspiration. Sugar Ray Robinson, Nigel Benn, all the top names. And then I started MMA first. Started this place called CK in Leicester. Started that, finished, done red belt, got a bit bored of it. And then when I was in year 9 or year 10, when I was about 15 years old, my mate told me I did come boxing for a laugh. So I came, done a bit of punch bag, trained with one of the coaches in the local area. And then I just fell in love with it, man. I thought, you know what, I need to shred some weight. That was one of the main goals. But then as I started doing the sessions more and more, I started to fall in love with the boxing. And then started watching YouTube videos, watching all these old highlights, watching live fights, staying up 5, 4 in the morning, watching, obviously, Amir Khan's fights, obviously, because it's been, my majority of the time he's been fighting in America, staying up 3, 4 in the morning, watching his fights in Vegas. I've been to 3 of his fights, 3, 4 of his fights, which was good. Been to Mayweather's fights in Las Vegas. Well, it was his last fight against Andre Berto.
You were there?
Yeah, I went on my own, man. Actually, I went with my mate. With my mate to watch it, man. It was sick, wicked atmosphere, man. MGM's not even that. I thought when I was watching on TV, I thought it'd be a massive arena, but it wasn't even that big, you know. It was small. It's like smaller compared to UK stadiums.
Yeah, because the arenas are quite small, aren't they?
Yeah, it's a small stadium, man. And yeah, man, that's how I got into boxing.
You've been to the Mayweather gym, I believe, as well. Is that right?
No, do you know what? Funny story, yeah. So. Finished watching Mayweather's fight. The next day, I thought, right, I'm gonna go to his gym. I thought his gym would be open 24/7. So I thought, let me go train in his gym before I catch a flight. That's one thing I want to do. But when seen on Google saying, oh, it's open at 6 in the morning. So I got a taxi. The guy took me everywhere, took me round and round because he couldn't find the address. Then eventually got there after an hour. Next thing you know, it was closed. And the taxi driver's like, "Do you want to picture outside?" Well, yeah, take a picture, man. That's it, man. Just took a picture outside Mayweather's gym.
Taxi man took you all the way around to make some money off you.
I think that's what I'm saying. I think he just ripped me off. He knew who Mayweather was. He acted like he didn't know who Mayweather was, man. Come on, Las Vegas, small city.
Yo, Nav, let me ask you. You said you are about to go pro. What are some of the hurdles? What are some of the hurdles going?
The main hurdle is obviously apart from the training and stuff, but to actually get the license, you have to go through so many things, man. You have to pay. People think it's not easy getting to the pro games. You need to do your medical stuff like your MRI scan, which costs a lot of money, man. It costs to £400 to £900. You got to check if you've got any like minor brain damages, anything like that. Then you go through medical history, like hernias, past history. It's mad, man. But soon, inshallah, go pro soon. And my amateur has been up and down, obviously working at the same time, trying to obviously provide for family. Obviously, living with a single parent, it's not that, it's tough. So we've got to make that a living, man. But hopefully now I've got back into it. Obviously, once this coronavirus is over, still training, doing training 5 times a week, doing my runs, doing my box. Got a punch bag outside, so I do my punch bag training. And hopefully get back in an amateur game, man, as soon as this corona's over.
What's been the most like proudest moment for you in terms of your boxing career now?
You know what, proudest moment was my first fight. Because the atmosphere was mad. I was a huge underdog. It was crazy, man. All the atmosphere was mad. And I was so nervous. I thought, nah, this guy, he was a bit taller than me as well. I thought he weighed much more than me. Next thing you know, first round, I was like, all right, cool. I was nervous. I was punching him. So after I started taking a few licks, I thought, this is all right, man. And then I started giving it. And the guy was like shook. He was like backing up. I was like, whoa, what's going on? And then I started throwing my fast combinations. And then just got that point, man. Then, when they announced that, when they announced the winner and they put your hand up, biggest feeling, man. Best feeling ever. And I also got the Fight of the Night award as well.
Oh, dope. Yeah, well done, bro. Well done.
So I pulled off a good performance.
What weight are you currently fighting at?
I was fighting at welterweight, but I thought to myself, I'm 5'8", and in the amateur games, the welterweights tend to be taller. So as the generation's been going up and up, people's obviously they're getting taller and taller, man. So for some reason, the welterweight's been taller in the amateur games. So I thought I'm gonna hit lightweight, so I'm gonna hit 60 kilo. So I fought at 67, so I'm gonna dropping down to 60.
Fair dues.
Or below, yeah. Be good at that weight, man.
Is it hard for you to maintain that weight?
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. Dieting is really hard. You can ask any boxers out there. Dieting is hard because obviously dieting is 80% and training is 20%. And dieting is hard, man. It's harder than sparring.
Because you know when you bro, like yo,
even the place, yeah.
What makes you say that?
Work, people ordering takeaways and it's hard, man. But obviously it comes to that mental focus, isn't it? So when you keep that mentality and that focus, you can achieve anything.
So are you saying it's a case of just trying to stay away from the foods that are bad for you? Or is it just the fact that you are constantly eating healthy and...
No, you constantly eat healthy, but you can treat yourself now and again. So I tend to treat myself every 10 days or every Sunday. But I'll have like one like treat meal. I wouldn't like junk out.
So what's your go-to meal if you're cheating?
Pizza, man. Or my mom's cooking. Pizza's like it's my weakness, man. The biggest weakness.
So what about the pizzas in America then?
Bro, don't get me started, man. Bro. But it's crazy how much I'll still imagine this, yeah? Because it was really hot. It was like the highest here was 37 degrees. So I was training hard every day and I used to have pizza like every weekend. And I still managed to drop to 65 kilos. So before I went to America, I was 74. And then when I came back from America, I was 64 kilos, 65 kilos.
You lost like 10 kg.
Yeah, man. 65 kilos, 64 kilos.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So what was your experience like in America?
You know what? I prefer America compared to UK, man. It's kicking out there. Atmosphere is amazing. And people are nice.
Do you know what? Before I let you go on, it's because I've been to America as well. It's easier as a tourist because you don't have to live the life of an American person. They have it a lot.
That's true.
They have it a lot harder than we do.
It is true. Because obviously we do get it easy in the tender of jobs. We get a better wage. They live in like $3, like waiters. So they live at like $3 an hour, and they rely on tips.
Yeah,
that's what they rely on the most. We're lucky we don't have to like ask for tips and stuff.
that's what I'm saying. It's not even you don't.
It is hard. The job lifestyle is hard, but the country itself is like it's really nice. The atmosphere is good. People are nice compared to here, man.
100%. So sorry, I cut you off. What was it like? What was it like in America in terms of boxing? Like, what did you do? How did you find it?
You know what? I found first day I found it hard. Because obviously I've never been to New York, but slowly, obviously at the company they've given me a car, so we had a sat nav. So obviously it's been more independent. I've learned a lot to become independent because I was living on my own. There was a couple of people that was living with me, but like I didn't know. But I was more independent, living by myself, learning how to cook more, doing my own washing, everything. So when I came back, I was more responsible.
So what about like, obviously you mentioned in America the struggles of the waitresses being on like $3 an hour and relying on tips. What about the struggles of selling tickets as an amateur fighter? Talk to us more about that.
It is hard, man. Do you know what? People, when you announce your fight, everyone's like, yeah, they'll come to the fight. And when they say, oh, how much is it? Oh, 25 quid or so, they'll be like, oh, I'll let you know. People are stingy nowadays, man. They don't want to come support. That's one thing I've noticed, man. Unless you're big, unless you're like massively big, then a lot of people come support you. But if you've started doing something, you'll get less support. But when people see success, then they'll start coming, chasing after your tail.
You know all about it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you say, for example, I bet like all the famous fighters like Anthony Joshua, all the old legends, when they first started boxing, I bet one or two persons showed up at the fight. And it's slowly, as they used to progress, that's when people started thinking, wow, this guy's sick. I need to go and watch his fight more often. And that's how they make the money and fame, innit?
It is also a lot harder nowadays. Do you know, like boxing back in the days, you just have to turn up. Like they'd have it in a pub or in the gym. So for a lot of people, they'd come in and it's like, what, $5, $2, $3. Or
yeah, it's cheap as well. Nowadays it's cheap.
Now it's a lot harder because they know that a lot of people will come in the hopes that they'll see a future champion. When back in the days, it was more about, well, I'm gonna go. There's a local lad that lives down the road.
Yeah.
Boxing match. Let me go check him out. Let me see what's what.
There was more love for the sport back in the day. I say when it got to 2012 or 2011, it started becoming more of a business thing. I think everything changed after 2012 Olympics.
Why then?
So 2012, everything it's become more marketing. Like for example, like all these, like YouTube fighters.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So it's become more of a big marketing thing, man. It works. Obviously, Eddie Hearn's smashing it, is making his money, but the love of the sport is sort of sliding out. And it puts off like young aspiring fighters like me and other amateur fighters and pro fighters who's starting up. It puts them off. They're thinking this YouTube fighter has never done boxing in his life, got into a main event in America. What's going on? Yeah. So it's not fair. It's a win-loss situation.
But you have to look at the bigger picture, because the reality is a lot of boxers come from backgrounds that are difficult, like themselves, and they just want to go and do what they love, and the money is a bonus. So I think on the face of it, on TV, it's really difficult to comprehend what the hell is going on with boxing. But like lately now we've been interviewing quite a few boxers, and all of them will say it just comes down to the grind and the hard work. And then
that's what I'm saying, man. All the years you put graft and obviously your lifestyle that you're living. Like for example, I used to live in like a rough area in London, man, like Forest Gate. Back in before 2010, it was rough, man. It was rough. Also growing up, and then moved to Leicester. And yeah, man, just we're putting all that hard graft in. It's gone into waste, isn't it? When you see someone like a big YouTube star going on a main event.
But
But don't you think that can
yeah,
make
that
boxing more public to a lot of other people? Like there might be people who have never watched a boxing fight, but if they see some YouTuber, maybe they might start watching boxing.
Like I said, it is a win-loss situation. It'll inspire young kids that's always on YouTube 24/7. That's never ever watched boxing fight in their life, seen their YouTube style boxing. It does motivate them, and obviously they could be like a little chubby kid, man, and puts them in the gym. They'll get motivation, lose weight. So it is a win situation in that sense.
So obviously you mentioned Eddie Hearn smashing and stuff like that, and obviously he signed Khan to a 3-fight deal. Now we know you're good friends with Amir Khan. You're always at his gym. What was it like meeting him the first time, and how did you get to meet him?
Bro, the first time I met him was 2014. So it was his open day of his gym, and I done pads with him, and I was like, "What's that word? Stargaze, starstruck, something like that."
Yeah.
Wow. I actually done pads with Amir Khan. So I met him through obviously my uncle. I think it was my uncle. They sort of know his family, so he got me into the gym, and then slowly after, started to see him more. He came down Leicester to a charity event, met him there. And then one of my close mates, who's also a pro boxer, Osman Aslam, is 14-0 right now. He's very like close friends with Amir Khan. So whenever I come down Bolton, he had to take me to his gym, or sometimes just go to his house and chill.
And then it don't stop there, does it? I've heard you've been offered to go to Danny Garcia's house as well. Can you confirm?
Yeah, my boy from Philadelphia, man. Yeah, that's where they were from, man, Philadelphia. Another good fighter, man. A good amateur fighter, Brad. So whenever I'm down there, I was on the FaceTime with him because before this COVID, he went to Danny Garcia's house, and he goes, I would have taken you for an American, man. I was like, damn. He goes, in his fight, they took him to a private jet. I was like, bloody hell, man, what am I doing there?
But do you know what, Nav? Do you know how you said you were starstruck and how you could have gone to Danny Garcia's house? If you work hard, there's probably a 10-year-old somewhere that could feel exactly the same way as you do if you
That's what I'm saying, man. We're lucky in that sense. Also, I do tend to motivate young children. So I do coaching. I've recently got my coaching qualification. So I've been motivating young children, keeping them off the streets, telling them to stay in the gym, stay healthy. And they look up to me, even on like social media. They message me, wow, how do you do this? How do you do that? I want to increase my speed. I want to increase my strength. Tell me how you do this. And I give free advice, man. There's nothing wrong in that.
Nothing wrong at all, man.
And I'm happy to do it, man. I'm proud of doing that. As long as it puts a smile on the face and it keeps them motivated and keeps them off the street from doing bad things, that's all that matters.
Good things come to those that do good things, man.
Yeah, man.
Simple as that.
And obviously, just to sort of finalize and stuff like that now, before we do let you go, we do appreciate you coming on. What's the best piece of advice someone in the boxing gym or the boxing ring or any boxer has given you?
Just keep pushing forward, man. Keep striving forward. Don't look back. Work on your weaknesses. Just keep one mind focused. Just don't think too much in the boxing game. If you think too much, you'll start to do stupid things. Just keep nice and relaxed. Everything will work out. You can't, like they say, Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yeah.
Like it took me, for example, sparring, right? It took me 2 years to get into it. I was so scared of going into the ring, like scared. I was scared of getting punched in the face, man. But then I just, all of a sudden, slowly, just work it sparring. Just slowly, up your game, and you'll get there eventually.
So now, thank you for coming on. We appreciate you. Just one question before we let you go, bro. What's the number one rule of Fight Club?
We always talk about Fight Club.
That's right. Take care, brother.
Respect, guys. Take
Cheers.
care, man. Take care, bye.